Welcome to another episode of Create a Change Within. Today, we're going to talk about how powerful and influential people think. We're going to give you a series of quotes from these people. Some of them you know, some of them you might not know. But there's a common trait among all of them. This common trait we're going to explore, and you'll get a better understanding of why we're talking about this. But before we begin, we're going to start with a quote by Jane Taylor. Though man a thinking being define, few use the grand prerogative of mind. How few think justly of the thinking few. How many never think who think they do. I'm going to share some words of some of the most powerful people before and during our lifetime. And I'm going to start out with some quotes by Marcus Garvey. The first, emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our mind. Also, if you have no confidence in self, you're twice defeated in the race of life. Also, with confidence, you have won before you started. Now I'm going to give you some quote from Elon Musk. If you get up in the morning and think the future is going to be better, it is a bright day. Otherwise, it's not. Give you a famous quote from former President Barack Obama. Yes, we can. The famous chant, yes, we can. Now, I'm going to give you a quote from former President Ronald Reagan. There is no constraints on the human mind, no walls around the human spirit, no barriers to our progress except those we ourselves erect. I'll give you another quote from Dr. Martin Luther King. Famous chant, we shall overcome. Emphasis, we shall overcome. Now, I'm going to give you a quote from Bill Gates. Expectations are a form of first-class truth. If people believe it, it's true. Quote from Gandhi. A man is but the product of his thoughts. What he thinks, he becomes. Give you a quote from former President Donald Trump. We got to think anyway. We might as well think big. Also from Donald Trump. When people are in the focused state, the words, I can't, I'll try, I'll do it tomorrow, and maybe get forced out of their vocabulary. Quote from Oprah Winfrey. It doesn't matter who you are, where you're from. The ability to triumph begins with you. Also from Oprah Winfrey. You get in life what you have the courage to ask for. Famous quote from Muhammad Ali, the former heavyweight champion of the world. I am the greatest. I said that even before I was. Give you a quote from Jesus Christ of Nazareth. If you can believe, all things are possible for those who believe. Quote from Buddha. All experiences are preceded by mind, having mind as their master, created by mind. Also from Buddha. When you attain victory over yourself, not even the gods can turn it into defeat. Also from Buddha. What we think, we become. Now I'm going to share the background of some of these people so you know where their life begins. I'll start with Buddha. Buddha was actually a prince that was born in wealth and luxury, who decided to take a different approach to life of personal fulfillment. Marcus Garvey was born in a small Caribbean island of Jamaica and came to the United States in the early 1900s. And became one of the first black civil rights leaders and became a motivational force for people like Malcolm X and Dr. Martin Luther King, in their own words. Barack Obama was born to an African immigrant father and a white middle class woman on a small island of Hawaii and became the first black president of the most powerful nation on the earth. Ronald Reagan was born in a small apartment complex whose father was a simple salesman. Ronald Reagan was a simple lifeguard for 6 years and later became an actor, then a governor, and then became one of the most influential presidents in American history. Dr. Martin Luther King was born to simple Southern ministers and changed the culture of the United States as the driving force to ending segregation. Bill Gates dropped out of college and founded Microsoft, who revolutionized the computer age and became one of the world's few billionaires. Elon Musk was born in South Africa, where he had to leave because he was strongly against the apartheid government. He came to the United States and became one of the greatest entrepreneurs in history and one of the wealthiest person that ever existed. Donald Trump, an American businessman whose business and personal life have been filled with ups and downs. The world said he could never be the president of the United States. He didn't fit the mold of the American elite. They mocked and jeered his campaign. And he not only became president, but changed the culture of his party and have some of the most loyal supporters. Oprah Winfrey was born in poverty in Mississippi to a teenage mother. She was raised in the inner city of Milwaukee, where she suffered childhood abuse. And this is the type of childhood abuse that I'm talking about is what mostly affected teenage young girls. She overcame it and became one of the first black female billionaires. Jesus Christ of Nazareth needs no introduction. His words and teaching transcends time and space. The Son of Man was born in a stable with the animals. Some of the names I mentioned was born in and lived in worse conditions than many of you listening ever experienced. They were born in different times, different places, different cultures. Yet they all share one thing in common. All these powerful people speak and think a certain way. They don't ask for it. They will it into existence. They don't use words like, I will try, I would like, I want to. They say, I'm going to. They create a vision in their mind, and they believe this vision will be carried out. They have a strong sense of self, and they believe whatever they do, they will be successful. There is not a powerful and influential person that exists that don't have this mindset. If they did not have this mindset, they would not reach the pinnacle they reach in their life. The power they wielded are the creative power of thoughts. They are assertive in their thinking and their goals. Whatever mantle they choose in life, they were determined in ensuring that their mantle was fully carried out, and they did so relentlessly. All of these people face obstacles and barriers. Some of them lost their lives for their cause. Those that did not lose their lives were told it can't be done, but they never quit. This creative vision have no respect for race, creed, or color. This creative vision have no respect for culture, sex, rich or poor. Every human being on the planet have the same creative power inside of them. Most of us don't use it. Most of us live a life of circumstance. Most of us forget we are given dominance over all things, including ourselves. Few came to the realization that their thinking controls their destiny. Few come to the realization that they only need to create the vision in their mind and believe it, and it will be done and it shall be done. It's not a secret. Scholars have been telling us this for thousands of years. Christianity speaks about faith. What do you think faith is? The substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Jesus said, if your faith is as big as a mustard seed, you can remove mountains. If you look into Buddhism, they say the same thing. What you think, you become. What you feel, you attract. What you imagine, you create. Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius wrote, our life is what our thoughts make it. Ralph Emerson wrote, the only person you're destined to become is the person you decide to be. Powerful and influential people decided and believed who they were going to be before they got there. With a strong belief of self, willpower, and belief, you can do it too. Oprah Winfrey became a victim of circumstances. During her childhood years, Oprah Winfrey would have never been the woman she became. If Barack Obama had listened to everyone that told him a black man can never be president of the United States, Barack Obama would have never been president. Same for Donald Trump. If Donald Trump had listened to the elitist crowd who told him he wasn't smart enough, he wasn't influential enough, leave that to the elite to run for president, Donald Trump would have never been president. See, it doesn't matter what other people think. It doesn't matter what other people tell you, what can be done and what can't be done. All that matters, and the only single thing that matters, is what you believe, what you tell yourself you're going to be. Yes, you can do it. If they can do it, you can do it too.
And I just want to end and say, you've allowed your circumstances to push you down. You convince yourself that it is too much and it will never change. But tell yourself, this is a new day. I will not give up on my dreams. I will not give up because somebody did me wrong. I will not give up because I'm tired. I will not give up even if I failed before. I'm going to become everything God created me to be. I'm going to have everything God intended for me to have. There's no such thing as accidental achievement. There's no such thing as accidental success. Be careful how you think. Your life is shaped by your thoughts. Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Create the Change Within with Mark and Akana, and we will see you next time. See ya!